I have finally made it. It's been a long travel day. It's been like 15-ish hours, but I've arrived in Barcelona for MWC, Mobile World Congress, which is actually perfect for this video. Mobile devices, I've actually switched to this guy, which is the Honor Magic 7 Porsche Edition RSR since its actual launch like a month and a half ago in Slovenia. I know people will always say like, oh, you're an Apple fanboy. Yeah, I'm not trying to hide that I don't use my iPhone, which I do a lot, but obviously using Android devices is a thing. I'll let you know what I actually think. Is it worth switching? Are you on the fence? What it's actually like going from this to this. But first, it's a room tour. So front little entryway, we've got this nice little couch. Coming in through here, we've got washroom, definitely need a shower after traveling that long, into this very bright bedroom, which is super nice. So you can see luggage, haven't even unpacked yet. We've got some closet space, into my little workstation for the next couple days. This is the big thing about Apple stuff. So it's that ecosystem, the fact that, say for example, got link there, boom, I can take a quick little screenshot. This, 2 seconds, AirDrop, literally in 3 seconds, I've got this coming from there. They all like work really well. More on that in a second, but you can actually see I'm editing as well on Final Cut, which is something that I will obviously get to. That is an unreleased phone, which you will see soon. And last but not least, this cute little balcony all to myself, which yeah, that is a super nice way to start the week here in Barcelona for MWC. So realistically, I would say that there's only one main feature that an iPhone has over any Android, and that is iMessage. Everything else can either be replicated. There's another workaround. If you fear the green bubble, that is real. It's actually funny. Android ran a campaign, which I actually did for them, where green bubbles are like a form of bullying. There's some really weird FOMO going on that you aren't part of group messages. Kids actually get bullied for having green bubbles at school. You're kind of looked upon as being poor. I know that's more prevalent in the US, Canada, North America versus say like here in Europe. Everything else, in my opinion, your day-to-day, how you use your phone, every single app that's available on this, you can get on this. I've been using this now that I'm here to get around the city, to navigate, checking maps. I'm using this a lot to help me navigate as you would if you're visiting like any city. So a lot of Google Maps, a lot of checking reviews for restaurants. Just as quick, just as efficient. There's almost that taboo that Android devices are like less or inferior, say, to an iPhone, and even in costing, this phone is way more premium. It's a Porsche edition. They have that collab. This costs more than a 16 Pro Max and feels just as premium, if not more, with that special Porsche kind of paint. But with that being said, heading to the first stop now on the list. It's Honor's keynote here at MWC. I know that they have some AI updates and maybe some potential new products for the rest of the year. So that was the Honor keynote, and then I ambitiously came here to Park Güell. This is one of Barcelona's key touristy spots. Underestimated the heat. It is really hot. The sun has kind of come out, but in terms of say keynote stuff, that's pretty standard for tech stuff. But Honor did focus a lot on AI. They introduced their alpha plan where they're investing $10 billion over the next 5 years into their AI strategy. It's going to be a new look, a new chapter for the company. Obviously, it's going to be tough. They introduced AI Kernel, the first mobile image system with device cloud AI. They talked about a lot of their new AI features, and it's not to say Apple Intelligence, Apple's version of AI on the iPhone is bad. I just think there are better options. It's not just me. It's actually trending, say on AI Image Eraser. It's terrible on Apple's device. It really struggles with object detection to remove scenes. I took some photos here in Park Güell. Obviously not easy to get a super clear photo. Ones with no people in it. It's next to impossible, but I found on the Honor device, object detection was a lot better and being able to remove them to have a cleaner photo. That probably did the best, and AI Image Eraser will probably be your most useful AI tool that you can use on the daily. Anyways, that is tourist location 1 done. On to spot number 2, which I actually saw from the little outlook here. It's arguably Barcelona's most famous monument. I think some of you might know it. All right, next little stop in Barcelona has to be one of the most famous churches in the world, Sagrada Familia, forgive the pronunciation. I've been coming to this spot for close to a decade, and from what I've been told, the construction, there's one last crane, is almost done. So I'll be doing a comparison of both devices. A lot of stuff against the stained glass. I think that'll be really beautiful, and I think you guys can be the judge. Despite how many times I've come here, you cannot get over how beautiful this place is. It is jaw-dropping. A lot of European churches, I feel, after a while, kind of look the same. This one is so unique. Super, super special. Have to check it out if you're here. So after taking a ton of photos with both phones, I always find myself coming back to this fall here with the reds, the oranges. It is honestly so, so beautiful. I'm already thinking, like, in the house, imagine some of the windows with some of this stained glass. But anyways, that's just me thinking. Both phones are taking great photos. I'll let you guys be the judge, and it'll be interesting when I pull them from the phones to the computer to compare. The AI features, are you gonna use them every single time? Probably not, but things like AI Eraser, super useful. AI Super Zoom, it's there, you can use it. The fact that the Honor device has more of those features, it's reassuring. They're investing more into AI. It doesn't mean it's necessarily better just because it's loaded with more, but the fact that they're just innovating, putting out more features for people to decide if they want to use it. But anyways, it is time to go to MWC, like the actual venue. I think we're doing a bit of a booth tour, and that's the next stop on today's list. Not that I'm a Barca fan or anything, but there was a store right across from the church, so popped in. Might be a Real Madrid fan, shouldn't say that too loud here. Fan of the Spotify kit, that's nice. Kids jersey is nice, I like that. A little black alternate kit, oh, with a clean Spotify sponsor, which is dope. Oh, this little one is nice. Now that's a sick kit. Fellow Dutchman, Johan Cruyff. Some of the retro ones just look so good. No pickups, off to MWC. Just made it to the Honor booth. It is an absolute cluster. Lots of people here. So here you can see some of their new devices like the Honor Magic 7 Pro. Technically not new, but the Porsche edition there, which you see actually won an award for the show. That is no surprise. This new robot hand that they have a collab with, which is pretty cool. Okay, so one of these cool new AI features here, this is called AI Upscale. So I'm a big Man United fan, and for example, these old school photos, a little bit blurry because they're just so old. So if you actually hit AI Edit, hit AI Upscale, that will just take its time in progress, and check out how much sharper that photo is. So for example, there is before and after. And the sad thing is, I like pride myself at being a huge Man United fan. Like, I did not know any of those players. I'm so sorry. I'll just say, like, I'm too young. But cool, you can do that to any old photo, and that feature is coming shortly. Another one, for example, this is called AI Outpainting. So you can actually get a larger area. So for example, let's get the outside. It'll start recreating what it thinks the outside is. And you can see that it's reimagined something with a goal, maybe another like player right there. And that's cool. And you can actually scale back how far you want that. So if we went all the way, cool. So another one, AI Super Zoom. So say we have this photo here, we can kind of zoom into these flowers here. Let's get like nice and tight. Let's get to 100x. So you can see that the button is on right there, and I can just take that photo. If I go into there, you can see how blurry that is, but you can see AI Enhancer in progress. Give it a second. And now that turns that photo into something way crispier, way better. And those flowers are all the way down there, taken from there. It's the power of AI. But that is it, day one for me at MWC. I'm actually gonna be back here in like 12 hours. I'm doing a panel discussion podcast right on stage. So let's do a transition to tomorrow. Sweet little transition. So on to day two back here. Literally about to be on stage in a couple minutes. So if you want to listen to that, I'll have a little clip of what we're chatting about. It's a lot of AI stuff. I think they'll have that available on a podcast as well. But day two, let's go. Okay, so I got all mic'd up and my face made an appearance on the screen. There are surprisingly a decent amount of people here to watch this, but wish me luck.
Next, we have Karl Conrad. Make some noise for him.
If you can't tell, I am a big Porsche fan. I'm repping the brand, and I truly think this collaboration that Honor does with Porsche is really special. Would be nice to get maybe like an Honor 911 roll up to stage maybe next year. But,
this time next year, Porsche 911s.
For everyone, for the crowd. So we were talking about AirDrop before, but the Honor can now send files across every ecosystem. So for example, I just snagged a selfie. I'm going to select iPhone 16 Pro Max. So that will send on over to here. And that is complete. There we are on the iPhone. And that can send to, for example, Galaxy S24 Ultra, all of them from the Honor device. So that is the end of MWC 2025. Back on this cute little balcony before I check out. That is my time here with the Porsche Magic 7 RSR. It's really cool to test out devices like this. This is why I love my job. Like, obviously, I'm a big Porsche fan. That's why I was drawn to this phone. It's great to move on from just what I think a lot of people is the norm, like the go-to, the iPhone. Getting to test out some of the latest tech. For example, this has something called AI Agent, where you can ask your phone to say, book a reservation to a restaurant here in Barcelona. You can do that within like one touch. If you were to ask Apple Intelligence that, it doesn't even come anywhere remotely close. And I think it's actually a very useful case for AI. I know that it's a big buzzword, but say for people like my dad, for people not as well versed, you can just hold down a button, ask a phone or ask a device to help you with something, and it can just do all of that behind the scenes. I think that's really special. You see that with Honor's Alpha plan, investing $10 billion over the next 5 years. They have now 7 years of updates, 7 years of security updates moving forward for all their devices. I do think it's going to be a difficult mission for them. It's going to be a different Honor, but it opens up a brand new chapter, and really cool to kind of take part of this. Last thing before I sign off, I'm looking at the device battery life. I am someone that uses my phones quite a bit. I always charge them at the end of the day, so they both obviously last great. They're both really long. I will say that the iPhone is still kind of unmatched and the king of battery life for a smartphone, but in the end, like I said, you plug your device in at the end of every day so you don't notice that. And one thing that the Honor device does have is that super fast charging, which this still struggles with. Anyways, I'm about to catch my flight. Hope you guys enjoyed this as I actually switch to a new device for a while. I hope that actually proves that I do test out devices and I'm not just, an iSheep and only stick on this. So till the next phone, till the next swap, and hope you enjoyed Barcelona as much as I did. Peace.